Okay, now, like I was saying, if a liar lies, then the liar don't care about what they use in the lie. So now I'm getting the Sheehy International Version of chapter 6 of the Holy Quran, verse 158 through 165 to justify what I'm saying, right? It says, do they then wait for anything except that the angels shall come to them, or your Lord shall come, or that there come some of the signs, those denoting the approach of the last hour of your Lord, the day that some of the signs of your Lord will come? No soul will benefit from its faith as long as it had not believed before or had earned through its faith some good. Say, wait. Indeed, we also are waiting. Indeed, those who have divided their religion and become sects, you, O Muhammad, are not associated with them in anything. Their affairs is only left to Allah. Then He will inform them about what they used to do. Whoever comes on the day of judgment with a good deed will have 10 times the like thereof to his credit. And whoever comes with an evil deed will not be recompensed except the like thereof, and they will not be wronged. Say, indeed, my Lord has guided me to a straight path, a correct religion, the way of Abraham, inclining towards truth. And he was not among those who associated others with Allah. Say, indeed, my prayer, my rites of sacrifice, my living and my dying are for Allah, Lord of the worlds. No partner has He, and this I have been commanded, and I am the first among you of the Muslims, those who submit to the will of Allah. Say, it is other than Allah I should desire as a Lord, while He is the Lord of all things. And every soul earns not blame except against itself, and no bearer of burdens will bear the burdens of another. Then to your Lord is your return, and He will inform you concerning that over which you used to differ. And it is He who has made you successors upon the earth, and has raised some of you above others in degrees of rank, that He may try you through what He has given you. Indeed, your Lord is swift in penalty, but indeed He is forgiving and merciful. Now, see, so how could you purchase this? If according to the Sheehy International Version of the Holy Quran in section 6, verse 158, do they then wait for anything except that the angel should come to them, or your Lord should come, or that there should come some signs, right? Those denoting the approach of the last hour in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, I'm saying, how can you accept the angel when you don't accept the truth? See, you have to accept the truth or you will reject the angel. How can you know the angel because you read it? But wouldn't the angel be in your generation, not in your lesson? So see, wouldn't the truth be what it is, not what you said or thought it would be? Like, how could I change my life for your understanding of life, or the Prophet Muhammad's understanding of his life? See, how could you know what I went through to justify who the devil is? See, because you ain't never gonna believe who I am, but why you don't look at who made me prove what you don't believe, right? So if you don't believe that I'm innocent, then you saying that the devil is never guilty. So then if Jesus died for your sins and you still don't believe the truth, then see, you will kill Jesus over and over and over and over because of your belief. And once you get judged by what you believe, then you're gonna do what all criminals do. You're gonna kill the witness. But the witness is God in the flesh. And eventually, the testimony is going to point back to you. See, so you get away temporarily because you're drunken by power. But see, once that power is willed illegally, then the people going to see that you're not powerful, you drunk on power. See, you in love with the love, but you're not a loving person. See, me, I was in love with the love, but my people who love me know that I love them. See, because I was not the one that was dressed up in my family. We all went shopping. So see, when you saw one castle, you saw all the castles. See, because I did not make the head fresher than the tail. See, I made the body fresh. So when you seen the body of the four castles, everybody's body was dressed nice. Or I was in my uniform to show that those dresses and how they was dressed up was paid for by my and my wife's sweat and brow, from the sweat of our brow. That we didn't take no shortcuts to get to what we were, to where we were. So that's why I'm not taking less than what we deserve. See what I'm saying? So so what sign is the sign if the sign is not truth, right? See, why would God's sign be temporary? Wouldn't a lie be temporary? See, even if the lie lasts for 2,000 years, it's still temporary. It just took 2,000 years for people to see that they've been lied to for 2,000 years. So see, there's no such thing as a small truth. It's just small people's understanding of a bigger purpose. See what I'm saying? So if your understanding is distorted, then the truth will then distort your true essence. See, so that's why when the reflection of the truth hit a liar, the liar then start flipping. See, because it's like the light turning out. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a light that's going out at a flicker? See, so that's the sign of deception, because it started turning dark and light. See, but the truth is a steady beam of light, and it only get brighter with time. See, it never burns out, because once the truth is ignited, what could put the truth out? See, think about it. A lie, if a lie was a fire, you would keep having to put fuel on the fire, because a lie has no material value, right? But the truth on itself would burn forever. So you need no more fuel to the fire. See, it's an inferno. It burns eternal because it's the truth. Now, so the signs is burning, right, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. On August 12th, at 2008, on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, my truth became a beam of light, right? Then in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018, it became a blur. See, because it's so bright that they don't know where it's coming from. See, that evidence went in there, and what the devil know what to do with the truth. So see, then they start lying. That's when they start flickering. That's the sign that the truth has entered into darkness and is flickering, because now the truth and the light is fighting. See, so the truth is taking over the bulb that is illuminating lies. So see, in that fight, it's flickering. Now, in the flicker is the flame. See what I'm saying? Now, they trying to figure out how can the darkness put out the flicker. But the flicker know it's a flame that's waiting to catch fire. So now, once I got in the court, there was no need to then hold back, because now I was in a fertile ground for my truth. So why wouldn't I plant it eternally? See what I'm saying? So now, the day that some of the signs of the Lord will come, no soul will benefit from its faith in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Because how can your soul benefit from my truth unless you have faith in me? So if you never had faith in me, then my truth didn't benefit your faith. It then made you lose faith in what you believe and have hate for me, because you charge me with you losing faith. But I'm saying, well, you flickering, man. So why don't you let the truth enlighten you? Stop fighting it. See, stop holding on to the lie that you cannot gather. See what I'm saying? See, how do you gather evidence of a lie without revealing that the lie is not evident? Because a lie has no body, no material value at all, right? So if you investigate a lie, at the end of the lie, you're going to realize you was investigating nothing. Now, but when you investigate the truth, my truth is going to lead you into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, just like the serpent led Eve into the midst of the Garden of Eden. And at that time, when Eve got into the midst of the Garden of Eden, that's when the devil was able to, the serpent, excuse me, was able to show her the evidence of the illusion that God had lied. See, what he did, according to the scriptures, is he showed her that that fruit, whatever it was just as beautiful as the other fruit, right? But the only difference was the inner, when it enters into your body, it's full of worms. See what I'm saying? So that's what deception is. When it enters into your mind, your body starts decaying because your actions are rotten. You see what I'm saying? So see, but when you eat good knowledge, you spit out better fruit. See, and so when you speak, your words then become nourishment to a damaged understanding. So say if your mind was in a wreck and a lie was the opposing vehicle, well, when the lie damaged your brain, where do you take your brain to be fixed? Say if you get in a car accident, you take it to a body shop. The body shop will get more parts or whatever, or it'll fix the parts because the damage wasn't as bad. So who assessed the damage of a slave's mind? Say, who assessed that damage? Do the person who caused the damage fix the damage that they caused? So then, if the person who ran into you is a body mechanic, and he say or she say, well, let me fix it. I mean, and show you all their credentials, right? Now, are they gonna fix it to standard if they paying for the damages? Or are they gonna fix it to where you don't know that it's not as strong as it used to be? So see, when you attack the mind, you gradually makes it less effective as it would have been, because now it seeks nothing but what you taught it to seek. So see, if you sent the mind on a false mission, everything that the mind gathered on that mission was false. So see, now when somebody is telling you the truth, it has to turn your understanding around before it turns your life around. See, that's why my truth is not just told for my daughter and my son and my wife. See, that'll be temporary. See, once I was allowed to go into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, see, I was able to leave my truth in a place where my truth would set me free. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever anybody said about me out of court, I would be in court proving my true essence, the core of who I am, right? So now, whatever is said about me out of court is said in the court of public opinion. And then once I get into that court of public opinion, I can direct them into the courts. Say, well, hey, I'll tell you what, if you don't believe me, go into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, like you go to church, and get the information out of the courthouse like you get it out of the Bible. And then you will see. But you will never believe me. They didn't believe Jesus. They didn't believe the Prophet Muhammad. And so who are you if you are a believer who has been shown by the truth to be a disbeliever in truth? See, so now here I am. I got to go get the scripture that you say that's ordained you to be a teacher of it, to condemn you with it. So how powerful am I if you powerful and you using this to then show your power? Well, if I'm using this to take your power, then he got to be talking about me. He can't be talking about you, because you can't come into court and use this against me, because you will be fighting my history that's pregnant with you. See, that's why I tell people I'm pregnant with this, because I have impregnated history. And so my history is a child that's gonna raise my great, 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 great grandchildren. See, just like Dr. Martin Luther King gave me the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as a guide, see, I'm now giving my children a lawsuit as the way. See, he didn't show me the way, he gave me the law so I can then show the way that I use the law. See what I'm saying? So now you got these people saying that I owe them, but according to scripture, they owe me, because I'm doing the work prophesied. Now they are telling you about the work that's gonna come. I'm telling you about the work that already has been done in my name, right? So if I am a criminal, well, why am I not in court? Why am I in the court of public opinion with my family and friends lying on me? See, I don't know why they doing what they doing, right? That ain't important to me. But what's important to me is what my children gonna say about, or not, well, not even about my children. See, I'm saying those who are blessed enough to know me was blessed enough to reject me, right? But those who won't be blessed to know me might reject me without knowing me, because the person who rejected me is going to tell them why they rejected me. But see, they not going to tell them that I never rejected them. See what I'm saying? Is that whatever they felt about me, I was in a mental war, right, with my Satan. And I could not allow them to take me off my path. So now they still trying to get me off my path. And I'm telling them, I'm saying, man, eventually people gonna see what I see. But see, it's nothing I can do about you being hateful and you being jealous of me. See, ain't nothing I can do about that, because I gotta show my great grandbaby that this is not life. And then now I gotta get them to see that no matter what money you have or nothing, that ain't who you are. See, I need you to be you as an example of me, because I have never been able to be me. And I'm showing them every example of why I'm not. See, I'm saying I've done everything this world say to do, but my family and friends refuse to let me be successful. But they say they ain't do nothing. And I'm saying, well, who did it if you didn't allow it? You put me in a mental hospital. Why wouldn't the people accept me if you rejected me? So yes, they accepted me in a mental hospital. It was to their benefit. So now here my family put me in a mental hospital, and now they left me with that slanderous act. So now here it is, I have to come out in the public to set my record straight. So now all of the history that you have made up is now evidence against you. See, because you didn't fix what you broke. You moved over what was broke. So now it is a great divide, and you falling in instead of getting out. See, because once you going the wrong way, how can you say you going up when you going down? So see, you can sit here and say that you prosperous, but how are you prosperous if you $30 trillion in debt? That means your dollar ain't worth nothing. It's $30 trillion worth of nothing, because your dollar would never be strong until you balance it. So if you owe $30 trillion, well, what is $1 worth? Your dollar is not going to be worth 1 penny until you pay the $30 trillion. But see, if your leader is lying to you, then they don't care when you go bankrupt. They just don't want to be the generation that have to go through the bankruptcy. But imagine if my God, for whom is me, right, judge your God for whom you say you trust in, and then your God hid its lie in the wound of justice in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. So now, if my truth was born inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, well, when was Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee truth born? Right? Was not the lie born in the judgment hall in Jerusalem when Jesus was then crucified in place of Barabbas? So you telling me that's not the birth of the lie that I got in court? If now Pastor Willie C. Barnes is now the high priest Caiaphas, and you say I am Jesus? Well, if I am Jesus, then then the law, the Florida Constitution, now defend me in the judgment hall like the 10 Commandments defended Jesus in the temple. So now, if you took Jesus out of the temple and took Jesus into the judgment hall, and now I've judged Satan in the name of Pastor Willie C. Barnes in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, and I took him into the courthouse that says, "In God we trust," and according to Satan, right? According to Satan, let me look it up here so I get it right. So according to the definition of Satan, Pastor Willie C. Barnes is the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida, to tempt humans to sin in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, and to accuse the sinners in judgment halls all over the world. Because see, once he then fulfilled the New Testament, he then made the world guilty of now fulfilling the Old Testament. See, now the Old and the New Testament was fulfilled in church. See, that's what y'all not understanding. See, the church is guilty in both of violating the Old Testament, and the leader of that violation was the high priest Caiaphas in the temple in Jerusalem. And now the church is now guilty of fulfilling the New Testament when it denied me in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida. See, I cannot lie on a liar. I'm saying people know I went in that church. People know. Now, I'm in court. So now, how if I wasn't protected by the 10 Commandments in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, and I wasn't protected by the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the United States Bill of Rights, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, then what would Jesus be protected by? He wasn't protected in the temple in Jerusalem, and Pontius Pilate say he was innocent, that he had seen this man committed no crime, but now I'm an American, plus I'm a United States veteran. So I was denied of my rights as if I wasn't a Roman. See, in during the time of Jesus, I would be part of Caesar's army. I'm a Navy. Now, in America, I'm denied both. I'm denied protections of the 10 Commandments in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida. And then I was denied of protections of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. That is the history of King Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated. That's how I went from a baby out of the womb of my mother in Halifax Hospital in Daytona Beach, Florida, out of the womb of Queen Dolores Yvonne Racker Castle on January 8th in 1969 at 2:20 in the afternoon. That's when my journey started, and I set my kingdom in formation inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida in accordance with the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and unbeknownst to me, the 10 Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. See, I got time state from the time I was born until I prove who I am. And so if I proved who I am, how can you deny it without then revealing that you are a fulfiller of the prophecies that was prophesied about the non-believers in me?